everybody.
What's going on?
What is going on?
Holy cow! Holy cow!
Somebody
How many
shot
people
Joe
got-
out of a cannon.
We
Huh?
want to about
Somebody
this.
Yeah,
shot
I
Joe
know.
out of a
Dang.
cannon there.
Who lit that fuse? Joe went flying. He was like, "Hey!" Hi everybody. How are you doing? Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. I know I've been in better moods. That's for sure. I hopped in the live just so everyone knows. I hopped in the live and they were chatting, and I just brought the vibes very far down. So that's my bad. But I do have a Moscow Mule in hand, so there's vodka into the system. Oh, how's everybody doing? Joe, you good? Eric, you good?
Good, I'm good now that you're here. God.
Oh yeah. So tonight we're paying it back, huh?
Yeah,
Since Monday, we have Amanda on. What's up, Amanda?
Not much. What's going on, guys?
I feel like it's been forever since we saw and talked to you.
I know. I think I put it somewhere. Oh, here it is.
Oh, you got the bag?
Do you really?
Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome. So if you guys didn't hear us on the live stream on last Monday, Amanda was like one of the very first Copperhead giveaway winners, and she's still sporting the original Copperhead bag.
I am. I was so excited to have you guys on last night. So.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. So, see, if you had been following since day one, everybody, you would have had a chance to win a cool backpack like that one. But that's for the true OGs, Amanda.
Yeah.
Now we're lucky.
Oh man, who all do we have in the chat? Well, who are you guys seeing? You want to say hello to everyone? Joe, go for it. Say hello to somebody.
Hold on, I got to get to the top here. Usually you do that stuff. Hold on. We got Ambient Girl. We got Arlene Church. Backyard Treasures. Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. Brotherhood. Don't know who that guy is. Combat Warning and Detect. Delaware County Diggers. Digging with Deej. Easy Digging. Hydraulic Hunter. Joe Holland. K's Digging It. Mayor Videos. And Metal Detecting NC. He started off.
Oh, hey Mike. Hey Ezra. Hey Deej. Hey Kay. What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a good night. First of all, Amanda, I don't know if I've ever seen you without the beanie. Does the beanie ever come off the head?
It does. Come summer, it does. When it's a steady 60 degrees, the hat comes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I'm sure most of our metal detecting family knows who you are or what you do, but just introduce yourself.
So I am Amanda. I live in Maine, and I will be metal detecting 9 years this May. So started off as a little girl, going with my dad on adventures, and really he went metal detecting, and I'm sure I annoyed the hell out of him, and fishing and all those things. We did a lot of rock hounding, so Herkimer, New York, looking for diamonds, and then I grew up. I became a teenager and wanted nothing to do with any of the outside adventures, and came back and looped back around, and here I am 9 years later, enjoying metal detecting, dump digging, mudlarking. I haven't magnet fished, but I have a couple offers to go out on a boat on the coast and do it, so pretty excited about that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So that's what it's called. It's called rock hounding. We've never had anybody on that's actually said that they've rock hounded before.
Yep, rock hounding.
Wow, that's cool. And you guys found diamonds?
Herkimer diamonds. Yeah, they're crystals that actually look like diamonds.
And that's what you would specifically look for?
Yes. Yep. And then there's mountains in Maine and New Hampshire that you can find smoky quartz, like big smoky quartz, and we used to do that and dry riverbeds, and basically you take hammers and bang on rocks and yeah.
How old were you when you were doing that with your dad?
4 or 5 to 10, 11 probably.
So you were doing all the heavy lifting then, huh?
Yes,
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what would you guys do with that? Would you keep them, or would you sell them, or
We'd keep them. I think one of the smoky quartz, I think he had made into a necklace for my mom.
Yeah.
And yeah, most of the time they just sit on a windowsill or in boxes, or I have a pretty big one, like that big, and it sits out in the garden.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Delaware County Digger said that he tried his hand at it last year at a mine down the road. So that's cool. I want to try that. I see some videos on it. Have you tried that, Eric? Have you done anything like that?
No.
Oh, I'm getting a burger right now. That's what I'm talking about. See, now I'm going to be in a good mood. Thank you so much. Perfect. Thank you.
Sitting at a restaurant while you're doing live streaming? Is that what?
It was a very long day.
Are you going to share?
You guys got some nerve.
I actually meant to put myself on mute and I forgot to do that, so I apologize.
That thing in your mouth any minute now. You can let it get.
Oh my gosh, I'll put myself. It's been a long day, I'm telling you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's been a very rough day, and I'm gonna eat a French fry right in front of everyone.
Hey, Dive and Detect, how are you guys?
Yeah, hi, Dive and Detect.
I'll
try not to eat when you guys are on. But Eric, what did you say that you haven't tried it at all before?
No, not at all.
Yeah. Did you ever look for fossils or anything like that, Amanda?
I did. Yep.
Did you? That's cool. That's what my dad and I used to do all the time.
Yep. Fossil hunting.
Eat the burger tray.
What is it? You have flint napping when you're looking for or nappers looking for arrowheads. I do the sea glass hunting on the coast as well. There's actually sea glass conventions.
Really?
Yep.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Well, you guys hop in here too, Joe and Eric, and ask questions. I don't want to talk too much. You got anything?
Please, you always talk.
Well, I'm giving you opportunity.
Me and Amanda had a good conversation before you got.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you guys talk about?
Metal detecting. No, I asked if she know DF Digger and those guys up in Maine because that's where she's from and she's familiar. So.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Let's see here. Robert said, Trey, the burger may keep. Yeah, the burger may keep me quiet. That's true. See, we need to let the guy eat. I appreciate that. So, okay. So you've been basically, in one way or another, treasure hunting your entire life.
Yes, absolutely.
That's so cool. Yeah. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, it's all right.
I was just gonna say, I wish, and we talk about this all the time. I wish that I would have even known about any of this stuff when I was younger. Even in like middle school or high school age, like a teenager. I don't know if I would have enjoyed it, but at least I could have gotten in at a little younger spot.
Yeah, we were doing other things when we were teenagers. Definitely wasn't metal detecting.
Yeah, that's true. I was a weird kid in high school, so.
No way, not you. Impossible.
I think it's more of a collecting too. So
yeah,
the stamps, the coins, I
was a beer can guy. I collected beer cans.
That's cool.
Do you have those collections now, Amanda?
I do. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I like the setup that you actually have. Yeah, that's what Kay just said. Amanda's sticker board is pretty loaded there.
Yeah.
You've been collecting for a while, huh?
A little while.
Yeah. It's funny how like the
He's missing
world
one.
is lit up.
She's missing two.
I'm looking on there. I don't see it.
Yeah, I think you're missing one.
Our brother.
There's more that way.
Is that kind of like your relic room in there?
No, this is the workshop. Like this is where I'll do the podcast, and I have basically all the different tools to clean things up. And I try not to do field cleaning because I've broken too many items.
Yeah.
Or scratch them, or so basically everything gets packed back in dirt that I find and then brought back and then I'll do it over. I got a nice little light, and
Now, do you find when you do that, do you find like some of the coppers that you find end up being in better shape because you're packing it in dirt and cleaning it, a little better than home?
yes,
Really?
I think so. I mean, I've only been doing that the last, I think maybe 2 years. Before that, I would try to, rub it on the jeans and
Yeah.
scrape it in the field. And I just feel like it really, instead of giving it the time and effort it needed to really pop, it,
Yeah.
So.
Did you just
Yeah.
you just got another drink, didn't you?
I'm waiting for it, but it is gonna come. Yeah.
So you look over.
I gotta make the best of my time. That's for sure. So, but I'm sorry. I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm ruining it for everyone. So I saw Mark said that last year or high school for me was last year. That's not true. I'm old, Mark. I'm very old.
Even though he looks 12.
Yeah, and Liz said very meticulous, and Amanda, I need to be more like that. And I was gonna say the same thing. I really need to be more like that too. I think they're in here. Let me see. Who was it?
After talking to me, you might end up being like, oh my God, she's got OCD, because everything gets put into a box based on the location that I found it, because I do a lot of property returns. So everything gets placed in a box, and at the end of the year, I'll open that box up and I'll notebook and basically put everything in the notebook, what it is, what I found, where, depending on where I found it. And then some of the properties around here, I receive the permission based on the fact that I will return everything.
Yeah.
So those get cleaned up and then displayed and sent back. So.
Oh, that's really nice of you, though.
Cool.
So it's another reason for the workshop. I don't want to destroy their like some of those things are like family, I don't know. I want to say heirlooms, but yeah.
So do you offer that everywhere you go then?
I do.
You do.
I do.
See,
After 9 years, you can only really hold on to like I'll have to rent a house to store stuff.
That's so cool. Well, good for you.
Thanks.
I know. So we have I've gotten permission, but the guy, the groundskeeper, is supposed to call me, and it's been 2 weeks and he hasn't called me, and like I bugged them so much to like remind them, but I kind of have that same deal with them. I actually enjoy building a display that they can use and show people who can visit, because theirs is a little more public. It's a camp, so that they use currently, but it was 1800s to 1700s, like popular back in the day household, and there was some hotels and stuff like. So Charlie said it's okay to be a hoarder nowadays. That's true. That's true. Just don't be buried alive. Don't ever be on that show. The hoarder's buried alive.
Yeah.
That's when you cross the line. That's for sure.
She was crushed by the many towering boxes of buckles.
Yeah.
I was going through the other day. I'm like, how many buckles can you have? Like the tack buckles, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like
That's
seriously.
True. There's only one. There's room enough for only a few debuckles in there. You can. There's such thing as too many debuckles. That's for sure. So.
Those are fun things that you can send. You can send to the different kids detecting groups to have planted, because those are fun for them to dig up. So I'm constantly like, all right, who's doing a hunt that I could send some stuff to?
Oh, that's a good idea too. I know I do something similar to that, because they're so easy to hear when you're metal detecting. So like when you're taking a kid out, it's easy for them to find it. So the funny story. So I took a 10-year-old kid out to a farm. He really wanted to come with us, and I had like a square set up for him, just to say, hey, I think there's some stuff around here. See what you can do. Well, first off, he got out. Like the first thing he did was go outside of the square. I was like, okay, here we go. And then he ended up finding a musket ball, which was like, totally random but really cool. And then he found every single item in the square except one thing. And, obviously I'm not going to say, hey, there's one more thing. So he was done, and him and his mom went home. And then it was almost I would say almost exactly a year later, we come back to the farm, and Eric comes walking through. And what do you find, Eric?
I found that dandy button.
He had the dandy button. Yeah, I was like, hey man, it's been.
And you were just talking about it too. You were like, yeah, you were just telling that story, and then bang, I hit the dandy button.
It was so funny. But to see like the looks on a kid's faces when they find something like that is, it's priceless. Especially, I mean, they could find a nail and be super pumped up about it. So
I find a nail and I'm super pumped up about it.
That's true. Yeah. I dug up plenty of those today. That's for sure. So, but anybody new in here that has hopped in since we've seen? I see Chris in here. Hi, Chris. The author of From the Ground Up. The second volume is going to be filled with copperheads. Oh. So that's pretty cool.
We got some questions.
That's awesome.
We got some questions.
Uh-oh. Let's see here. To dive into text said, my kids are cute. Mine like worms. Do you mostly do farm fields or foundations in Maine?
I will detect anywhere I possibly can. So, farm fields, absolutely, and foundations in the fall and winter, and spring too, when it's less overgrown. But yeah, both.
And
do you have a preference?
Good catch.
That's a tough one. So no, I don't. I know that there's a couple farm fields that I've brought some other detectorists up to, and no matter how often we go, there's going to be more. And then I realized, geez, I never stepped into the woods around the farm fields with the foundation. Yeah. So started doing that as well, and it's great. I enjoy both. The one thing that I don't tend to detect a lot up here in the summer is properties like front lawns, things like that. There's no keeping those plugs alive when you.
Right. Yeah.
So anywhere else I can detect, I basically flip around. On Monday, I'll go to a farm field. On Tuesday afternoon, I'll go to the woods. On Wednesday, I'll go play in the river. So
you got plenty of options. That's good.
I do, yeah.
One thing I got to say is Chester said, this is my first Copperhead show. And first of all, everyone, tell Chester welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
So, and everybody in the chat saying hello too. We are very friendly. And just know this. I'm not usually having a full-on meal during the live stream. It's usually right before. So I'm sorry, Chester, that you have to deal with this. I'm also sorry, Amanda, that you also have to deal with me. So,
well, I'm more upset you can't share.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I would think before the show, I'm like, I was telling Joe, I'm like, hold on a second, I got to shove a granola in my face before.
Little did you know I'm going to be chowing on a burger the entire time. So. Yeah. But it's cool to see new people in here, so thank you for joining along with us. So, Kay said he's usually at IKEA. Kay always says I'm at IKEA. I guess that's what is that what my office looks like? Is IKEA? My wife does all the designing of the house, so she's done a good job so far. But okay, so
looks like we got a request for sharing some finds.
Oh yeah, do you want to? I have some of your finds I can pull up. Do you want me to pull up some finds?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that unless I
I got
hold it up to the camera.
I'm good at multitasking, so I can chomp on a fry and bring up a find. You sent me some cool ones, so let me see. I'll share my screen and you can kind of give us the story about some of them. Alrighty. All right. Let's just do. Oh, here we go. I want to know about these, actually. Let me share my screen here real quick. Application window. Oh, here we go. I think that, there we go. Joe, can you pull that in?
Yep.
First off, I want to know about these. Everyone wants to know about weapons. That's cool.
So, all right. So not far from me, there is a dump that is partially on a property, and the remainder of it is in the river.
Mhm.
So last year I was invited to go out and bottle dump dig slash uh, river dump dig. So I was basically waist deep in the river and doing scoopfuls, and then also kind of working the edge of the river. And I found these two guns that were basically the white stuff that's on them was cloth, like that had disintegrated. So I was like, "Oh, what are these?" And kind of separated, and it fell apart because it was in the muck. That's why they had look horrible. I don't actually know what each one is yet. I broke my electrolysis machine while working on these.
Nope.
But I was super excited. They are definitely real guns. I just haven't gotten the marks off them yet.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome. Here, let me go to a different one here. What is this? I was wondering what this was.
Yep, that is a submariner's pin, submariner's pin,
Oh.
World War II. It's actually pretty crazy because I found 3 of them now, 2 at one beach, but 1 at a totally different beach. But it's basically, let's see, the shipyard. There's a
Mhm.
Portsmouth shipyard that's not really that far from where I am. So I have a feeling that a lot of the workers, worked around that area and, you know, obviously somehow they ended up in the trash and then I found them.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So who would they give those to? Just
Um,
anybody who was on I guess the submarine, or would they,
yep,
just?
I think so. I think that was the consensus of it.
Hmm, that's neat. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. This was crazy. I was wondering what this was about.
So, mudlarking, I was checking out an area and I'd seen a couple buttons and whatnot on top of the mud. Well, when I started scraping back, I started finding more buckles. So, all of a sudden, I have handfuls of buckles coming out. I think I dug about a foot down, maybe even more, and I forget the number of buckles that are actually there, but it was majority buckles, and then there was a couple buttons. There was a ship pendant that looked like it was made out of pewter and had glass stones in it as well. And for the life of me, and as well as the other treasure hunter that went with me, neither one of us could figure out how that many buckles ended up in one spot. But it was an absolutely epic. I didn't want to leave. I just kept wanting to dig, and it was getting just had to go. So, but yeah,
Dang, yeah,
that black sludge is basically what you deal with when you're dealing with brackish water and
yeah.
dumps. It's gross.
I'm sure it doesn't smell that great either, huh?
No, nope.
Yeah.
And it stains everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's neat though. The amount that was there, it makes you wonder,
Hmm.
like, how everything just ended up right there. Who dumped it there? What were they doing? That sort of stuff. So, let's see. I don't want to know what you guys are talking about in chat there.
I got my legs crossed, my knees showing on camera, and they all think I'm sitting here in my birthday suit every time.
Oh, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. He likes to leave some for the imagination, which is good, I guess, if you're sick and demented, but I don't know if I'll be imagining that anytime soon. Backyard Treasure says, if you use Instagram, I recommend you following Amanda. Yeah, you do have some really good posts on Instagram, Amanda. That's for sure. And that's
Thanks.
where I ended up following you first. First, I think, was on Instagram. So.
Yeah, you were talking about the bird. We
Mhm.
rehab Jim. We named him Jim,
Oh,
but
it's Jim.
yeah, we found he was found at a gym, squashed in a downspout.
Uh-huh.
So he's brought home, and yeah, we rehabbed him and
Aw.
released him. So
And then eventually he was free. And
yep,
did he ever come back or no?
we think he might have, and it might be nesting out front right now because he
Oh, that's
constantly comes to the
awesome.
back door. But we won't we're not out when we go out.
Yeah.
He basically goes far enough away that Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one, and this was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. What's this all about?
So one of our neighbors, their house got struck by lightning and caught on fire and burnt down. And sadly, they lost all their pets, and
Oh no.
her wedding ring and engagement ring were also lost in the fire. So I offered my services, and we managed to find that's the engagement ring. And then later on, they ended up finding the wedding ring in the
That's
basement.
awesome.
So yeah, it turned out really, and it was crazy because the day I kept going back because I was, really trying to help them find it, and
Mhm.
the coin had fallen off the edge of the foundation. I'm like, oh, I think it was just a penny or whatnot, and it rolled down into the basement. So I had said to her, I said, "Oh my gosh, did it land? Like, was there a coin next to the wedding ring?" And she's like, "Oh, I didn't even look." I'm like, "Geez, I wonder." It would have been
I
crazy.
bet I bet she was so happy when you found that.
Yes, she cried.
Oh shoot, I would have too. What a terrible, like a tough moment to deal with, and just anything little like that, I'm sure was just almost a relief,
Yeah. The crazy thing too is they had like a house that was basically redone to look, or maybe it was an old house, a 1700s house that they had moved there.
Hmm.
So it had the copper everything, copper nails, copper roofing, copper everything.
Yeah.
So the amount of signals, it was tough. It was a tough dig. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I looked at John, my partner, and I was like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. I'm like, I think we should be done for the night. He's like, just a little bit longer. And like, seriously, within like 5 minutes of that is when we found it. We're
Yeah,
done.
that's what Moto Mining said. They said that must be been tough amongst all the nails. Yeah.
Yep. We did find a lot of her jewelry though. So that was obviously the pinnacle piece that she was hoping for, but
Was
managed to
it like
save.
within the like where the house was?
It was all strewn about around the outside of the foundation because when the firefighters were spraying it, they basically were pushing out a wall and then they bulldozed it. Like
Oh wow.
they knocked the whole property down. And so a company came in and took all the big debris, and then they thankfully it was someone we that everyone knew had said that they'd hold off on like excavating back out the dirt and all the stuff that was around the house so we could search. But the day we found it, it was still, everything was basically in the house and around the house, and the beams were still kind of outside the foundation, and that was found right next to the beams outside the foundation.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, did it have any kind of fire damage to the ring, or was it in decent shape?
It seemed like decent shape, pretty dirty. But I think she said she had kept it in a cabinet or something. Um, I know she had it professionally, I think, cleaned and everything after that. But I think all the stones were there and it was intact. So
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
yeah.
All right, I'll go to the next one. Here, what do we got? Oh, this is cool.
Oh, boy.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
So CSA. This was basically the first year I was detecting. uh,
Seriously.
Yeah, we had offered help to someone who'd lost the ring. They had just transplanted roses, and we stopped at a yard sale and then got into talking metal detecting, and they had asked, for help and said, you're more than welcome to come and detect. So we went home, got our machines, and came back, and we it's a funny story. So you try not to get too excited about things because, you never know if it's a replica or anything like that. But the way John says it, said he looked over and I was like head in a hole, like digging like 3 feet down. It was such a good signal. and it was right in front of the roses. So I was like, oh, it must, it's probably the ring that they had lost, and pulled it up and, was like, all right, I know what that is. Stuck it in my pouch and kept going. And we met later on, and I pulled it out and showed the property owner, and the property owner was like, no, that, I don't know what that is. And John was like, oh my God, do you know what that is?
That's wild. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I know what that is. And freaking out. So, we let the property owner have it, and he brought it in the house and came back out, and he said, it's probably a replica. Majority are replicas. And I'm like, I
The
don't
property owner said that?
yeah, yep. I was like, I don't think it's a replica. We're pretty sure that that's real. And it does have the 3 prongs on the back. They're like a claw type of thing.
Mhm.
If you've seen the buckles, yeah, all 3 are still intact. I think that said we brought it to get appraised and verified and whatnot that it was real. It is, and I got offered a deal on it. But it is sitting on our shelf in the living room in a case. And
Oh, that's awesome. So the
yeah,
homeowner ended up giving it back to you?
yep, the homeowner didn't want it, and I said, "Are you really sure? Because I'm, pretty sure it's the real deal." And he
Mhm.
said he didn't care. A U.S. one would be cooler.
Really? Oh well.
Wow.
Well, that's the opinion. Look at
Yeah.
this. What about this find or this find or this find here? No.
Beanies, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
wait, go back. If you go back 2 pictures, I'm
Yeah,
not
let's
wearing
go.
a beanie.
There it is.
Yep.
Amanda Amanda Beanieless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I got. That was the find. So, do you have any other ones that come to mind, like in your memory, that were some of your favorite stories about your find?
I do have. So I don't know. We'll see if we can
Let's
see
let's
it.
Oh yeah.
It's
let's not make me
a
cry.
silver annular brooch that I had no idea what it was, and brought it home. And again, one of those things. Do you know what that is? And I'm like, no, it's just a small buckle. It's round. And he's like, no, that's trading silver. That's an annular brooch. And
Mhm.
so, but again, with metal detecting or treasure hunting, that you seem to learn more about history and items when you find them than you had.
Yeah,
So,
Very true.
and
yeah,
that's a good part about it, right?
absolutely.
No, I've seen those before, but usually it's like on the international posts where it's like
Yep.
Roman. So how old is that one? Is that one like
It's old. It's not marked. It is pure
yeah?
silver. Yep.
So it's Roman. You
I
got a
don't know.
Roman, bro.
That would be awesome if it was a Roman brooch.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
Now I'm looking at it
Oh.
going,
Maybe.
trying to
Oh,
think of.
that's neat. Yeah, is there anything else in there?
I've got a ton of stuff in here. I just
I'm
don't know.
sure. You said 9 or 10 years. Which one was it?
Going on 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 years. I give a lot of it back though, so I have some stuff. And oh, I know. How about I got.
Jeez. Is that full gold? All gold?
That's
Yep.
all right there.
Oh my god.
So I found this mudlarking. So I spy,
Stop.
and it's 14 karat. So when I found it, it had the reddish color. So I was like, it's marked, but it's probably fake. And and then I started cleaning it, and the red flaked off, and there was nothing underneath gold because I tried actually, scraping it to see. All right, this is definitely fake. Nope, it's real.
That's
So
so cool.
yeah, that was last year. So that was pretty exciting. And it was in the same spot that I keep finding these like coin spoons. I don't know.
What the heck?
That's
So that's one
Oh,
of them that I found last year, and then I found another one this year at the same spot, but that one's marked silver. It's 1920, and I forget the name. It's actually got the maker in it. So yeah,
Chris asked, do you do any metal detecting in Canada?
I haven't. No. Nope. Hope to eventually.
Yeah, you're so close. Joe, will you do me a favor?
What do you need?
Will you hide me for a second?
Why
Take me off.
I'll
Just
probably
take me off. I'll be. No, you can like take me out of the thing. Hi, Paul. Yeah, just take me out real quick.
I'm trying to, but if I was just kicked from studio.
Look at this. You see that, guys?
Oh, he's got a Copperhead's.
I gotta represent the mask
Very
everywhere
nice.
I go.
That's cool.
Maybe if I hold on, let me do this.
Hey, he just kicked himself out.
I'm guessing he has to walk through the restaurant.
Yeah.
I wonder what the people around him were thinking.
12-year-old in the corner drinking a Moscow and a hamburger. Oh,
man.
why did he just kick himself out? I don't understand. Oh, no big deal. Hey, anybody out there have any questions for Amanda? I haven't seen a lot of questions posted except for Chris. Anybody? Somebody?
Amanda, have you found a tree yet?
I haven't. No. Nope.
No. 'Cause I know in Maine they find a lot of those.
Yep. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed this year will happen.
There's one. Have you ever done mudlarking in England?
I haven't. It's on my list.
Have you been?
Sorry?
Have you hunted over there at all?
I haven't. No. Nope. Hopefully, eventually I will. I know that one of the very top mudlarkers over there was actually supposed to meet up with Gypsy and myself last year, and then everything happened. So hopefully a rain track for 2022 or later in 2021. So
that'd be awesome. I think everybody wants
yeah.
to there. We got one. Kay wants to know what's your favorite find to date.
Favorite
Always a
find.
tough question because there's so many favorite finds.
We'll go with the CSA belt buckle. It was just one of those things that was just, first of all, to have found it in Maine. So just never imagined finding something like that this far north. Obviously, it was taken home, whether it was a souvenir or whatever. So that's probably one of the craziest and coolest finds. I do have to say with mudlarking, I just found my first doll's eye, and that's something that I had had on my list that I was really hoping to find. So that was pretty exciting too.
You got a fan, Eric. Your one and only fan. There he is.
Yeah, there he is. What's up, Sean?
Sorry, I disappeared.
You kicked yourself out.
You had to go to the boys' room.
No, I had to fill this up. This one's for the copper poppers. That's all I gotta say. Mike, I know you're out there.
Yeah.
So I saw someone said I was playing with my Harry Potter wand, and then said poof. So that might be true. Did you guys ask about the treasure trail question that came through?
No, I didn't see the treasure trail question.
They asked, do you attend any of the large group hunts? I don't know if that was for us or for Amanda, but I'm going to guess Amanda. So we have talked about it before, but yeah, go ahead.
I will be attending Bone in a week and a half, or the 19th or 20th of April, and then I will be attending Digstock in October. So yeah.
So
and I do some of the other ones, like the Patriotic Dig, I think was in Connecticut. We did that. The Pound the Grounds. I didn't get to this last one, but I went to the ones before that. And the beach, Beep the Beach, and yeah, it's fun. It's great meeting people. So again, even if you're in the area and you see me out, definitely stop and say hi.
I'm following you around. I already told you. So.
Awesome.
Mike said, "Drink up, Trey." I will. Thank you. Why do they call it Bone? Paul said it's kind of a dumb name. It is an acronym, isn't it?
Yeah, Best of New England.
Yeah, so you're a dumb name, Paul. Take that. I actually wondered the same thing. I knew it stood for something, but I didn't know what it was. So Kay said she'll be a Digstock, so I'm excited to meet some of it. That's cool, okay.
If you went 2 years ago, I'm going to be doing what I did 2 years ago. So definitely come find me if you were there for the meet and greet night.
Oh, you're
So
doing a meet and greet?
no, I was at the meet and greet.
Oh.
I did my own personal meet and greets where,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So I do a little giveaways and stuff. So definitely come find me.
Well, let me ask you: is how do you pronounce? Is that Degaz or Degaz?
Degaz,
It's Degaz.
Degaz,
Is
yeah.
that your last name?
It's part of my last name.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not giving. I don't want to give away. I just
No,
want
it's
to
all
know where
right.
the name came from.
Not hard to do a search, but yeah, Degaz,
Yeah.
like
Let's,
the gauze that you need to put on your hand.
yeah.
So
Oh, I see. Mike said, do you still go to the old paper mill for the buttons?
I sure do.
That's the one that just keeps giving and giving, huh?
It is. Yep. And apparently, I know I was told about it from another detectorist, and that detectorist was told about it from another detectorist, and they've been there for years finding
Wow,
incredible things. So
that's so cool.
yeah.
I can't believe there's so. I mean, I know that it was a factory or whatever it may be, or a mill, right? So they did so many, but I
Yeah.
can't believe it keeps giving that long.
What's your most unusual button find?
Most unusual button. Oh, that's a tough one. There's been so many that I had never heard of or seen before. Um, I think a lot of the railroad buttons are probably my favorite. I mean, I like the military buttons, don't get me wrong. I really, really I want to find a dragoons button like nobody's business.
Hmm.
But I really do like the intricacy and the railroad buttons. So my Boston and Maine Railroad is probably my favorite.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you find all those varieties at that same spot?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So they made everything there, huh?
What they did is there was this thing called a ragman that would go around communities and would take cloth and clothing from people and pay them. So per
Oh,
pound or whatnot. So back in the day, they would bring these giant carts and go down the street. And all of those clothes were later sold, and it didn't even have to be clothes. I know we saw tons of gloves and dog collars and different things like that,
yeah.
and belts. And they'd be basically brought back down to the fiber to be made for uniforms going out. So, or cloth
Oh,
to go out. So everything that was on the original cloth, like buttons, zippers, if there were cufflinks still on the shirts, pendants that might have been in a pocket or coins in pockets, all of that got taken and stripped off and stripped out and basically shot back out and dumped into the ground. So yeah, there's just
what a cool
buttons,
story.
buttons. Yeah.
That's neat.
Now, have you
Charlie's got.
found coins in that dump?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
What
So
coins?
I don't know if you could see
Are
anything.
those all the buttons?
Those
Holy
are
cow.
that's just the last time.
Oh,
Oh my
geez.
god! Just the last.
And yeah. So some of them aren't in good shape. So like I'll grab one for like each.
Yeah, Charlie's guess was a nudist camp. Sorry, Charlie. It was not a nudist camp.
I don't think you find buttons at news camp.
So see how it looks like kind of torn up. I think
Hmm.
this one is a police officer, but they went through a machine that basically tore them up.
Oh yeah, Navy or some sort
Yep,
of.
Navy.
So cool.
And then there's tons of the general service. I
Oh
wrong way.
wow.
But see how they're still green and the backs are actually pretty good. And then you find there's glass buttons and plastic buttons and rubber buttons. I like collecting the rubber buttons because some of them might say Goodyear because the tires. It says
Oh, that's
remember your
cool.
tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're neat. So
Wait, what year did that go to? Early 19?
I think it was 1930.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's really cool. Even the newest buttons there are still really old.
Yes,
That's cool.
yeah.
Someone said it looks like I have the munchies. That's true. I guess I kind of do. I hadn't eaten for a while, so I had to do it. They close at 9, so. Um, oh, I haven't said hello to Texas Plug Riches. How are you? There's a couple of, more in here. Marlon's in here. Anthony's in here. Um, who else came in while we were chatting away? Do you use a sifting screen?
I don't.
So what are you guys doing? Just digging and seeing them with your
Yep.
eyes? That's
Yes.
it?
Yes.
You must have the best eyes. When you're just eyeballing all this stuff, mudlarking and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Well, the thing is too is the copper is oxidized, so they're green. So when you're going through the dirt, there's a good chance that when it pops out, you'll either see A, the gold gilt if it's still in pretty good shape, or B, you'll see the oxidization, the green, the
Right.
patina on the buttons. So that really helps out. And basically, to get yourself into it, if you go, like you spend the first part of the day just grabbing anything that's like circled, circles, and throwing them in a bag. And I found that that actually works pretty good. And found a few pendants that way just by grabbing small circles that, you know, could have just been snaps, but then going back through it to find out that there were pendants. And
Mike, how much did he pay you to say that? We all know that's not true. Paul asked if the Goodyear buttons have the winged foot on them,
I
or
don't
do
think
they just say Goodyear?
they
Yeah.
say Goodyear, and then on, so some of them say Goodyear, and then on others it says remember your tires, Goodyear. And then there's a couple other variations as well, but I don't think there is the winged foot on them.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's still a really neat find. The rubber buttons always are. I didn't even know they existed for the longest time.
Yeah.
So that's neat.
And they hold up pretty well in dumps like that. So
Yeah. Good night, Joe. See you later, man.
Hi, Joe.
Later.
Paul says he has a great button site. So let's see here. Anybody else got any questions in here? I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Great question from the Copper Poppers, Joe number 1. Wow, there's a lot of freaking hate in here tonight. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Joe's ego is getting huge, by the way. Joe is like a movie star now. You would think he just signed a deal with freaking one of the biggest like movie creation companies. Let's see here. BC Treasure Trails. I took a little break. That's okay. We all need a little break. Charlie said he worked at Goodyear as a tire builder. So did my dad, actually. He made airline tires for a little bit. Let's see here. It's because Joe flashed his knee. That's right, Nancy. Some people stoop to the lowest.
It was my knee.
Yeah, some people stoop to some low measures to get fame. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, that's true. I think he is a Marine too. Treasure Trail said, detecting I like Marines. Oh no, that's yeah, I guess she is either married or almost married to a Marine, so that's true.
Look at the fancy picture of Treasure Book on Facebook. Joe is famous.
That's true. That's true. Well, let's see here. We're all being in that book. Me, Mike, and Joe. I'm excited about that. That'll be really cool. Let's see.
I don't woke up high enough. I gotta get another picture taken.
Looked a little cold in that picture, though. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, my nipples are always hard.
Let's see here.
The big nipples, you know.
Oh, military tires during the 70s. That's really cool.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to say that. She's like, these freaks. I'm not hanging out with these guys anymore.
So, what are you gonna do this weekend, Amanda? Are you gonna model day or are you going to metal detect?
I am doing metal detecting and mudlarking.
Oh.
So the good thing about mudlarking is the majority of my areas are tidal. So low tide is key, and technically you only have a few hours before the tide starts coming back in. So whereas metal detecting, you know, you can basically metal detect 24/7.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. If we need a copperhead
Yeah.
detecting calendar, we can do that. We can do that. We can order some scantily clad.
Kristen, you can Photoshop my nipples out.
Oh, that's good. I thought he was talking about the calendar. Either way.
These are my nips.
Oh man. I can see 4 lines of chat. Keep talking so I can stay current.
And if you haven't noticed, this happens in chat every week. I get slammed. It just goes on and on.
Yeah.
You know.
That sounds like fun. So, are you all getting out this weekend?
I am going to try to get that camp to say yes, come metal detect. And if I can do that, then I am going there. The crazy part is we went door knocking on Saturday, and we probably knocked 7 or 8 doors. Not one, and sometimes like people are ignoring you, so they don't come to the door, but you can still hear them. But there was dead silence in every single house. I gave up. Me and Mike were said screw it, and we went home. So
Going out Friday, maybe Sunday.
yeah, that's true, Ezra. It's because we love you, Joe. Let's see here. Any more questions for Amanda from the chat? If not, Joe or Eric, do you guys have any? Because I can keep rambling, but you got one, Eric?
What is your best coin you ever found?
Best coin, Massachusetts half cent.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's cool.
In good shape?
No. The soldier side was toasted. The ego is pretty pristine, but yeah. And actually, it went back to the property owner.
Oh man.
Yeah. But that's by far my favorite coin to date. So
I don't know if I've ever even seen one.
Massachusetts half cent.
They don't come up very often, huh?
Mm.
'Cause I don't see them getting posted ever. I can tell you that. So.
Trent, I think we should ask this question. Hey, man, if you were a superhero, what superhero would you be?
Oh right, yeah.
You're stealing my questions. Or gypsies are my questions. So I had originally said Catwoman, just, I don't know, right off the top of my head, that was what I had said. The more I think about it, the more I think Superwoman, because then I could dig and not be in pain, and you could just do one shovel and it would end up going to the center of the earth. And if I could fly, so therefore if you said, hey, let's go digging in Pennsylvania tonight, I could go down. Yeah.
All right. What's your oldest silver coin?
What's my
oldest silver coin?
A 2 real. I think it's 1763.
Oh, there you go. She's already a Wonder Woman in metal detecting.
Thanks.
See, BC Treasure Shells. Look what he said. Magneto.
Yeah, he said Magneto.
Yes, that's usually what I think we've last night too, right?
Listen, I said that, and then I got flamed because most of the stuff we find is not magnetic. So take that back before anyone sees it. Dirt Flicker said, I'm still trying to figure out how to levitate all the good finds out of the ground.
That's true. What state are you in, Amanda?
I'm in Maine. Yep.
Let's see here. She's in Maine, Paul.
I am. I'm not. When you think Maine is a gigantic state. So I am in southern Maine. I am not 5 hours north in Maine. I'm closer to New Hampshire, I guess, than majority.
Have you found any? Well, we talked about that ring, but what other old jewelry have you found? Have you found any like really early jewelry pieces?
I'm not really sure. I've actually never really went and absolutely, I do.
Yeah, does Maine have the best lobster roll?
We do.
I had one in Portland, and it was pretty good when I went to Portland, Maine. Yeah.
We do. Have a lot of friends that, one really good friend that is a lobsterman. So in the summer and anything, you could go to his dock and he had just caught them, and yeah, fresh lobsters.
I did have a pretty good lobster roll here in Connecticut. get yesterday. So
You're
I
my
gave the one that
No.
I had in Maine a run for its money. But have you ever seen a moose while metal detecting?
No.
No moose. Have you ever seen a moose ever?
I have seen a moose. There was one in my front yard growing up.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Did you live in the sticks or were you like kind
Sticks.
of?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best place to be. That's for sure.
Yep. My
Are you
sister thought it
near?
was a horse. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I could see that. I could see
Yeah.
that. Are you close to Portland?
I
I
am.
don't know. Are you?
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
we weren't very far away. We
No.
went we went during Thanksgiving and it was extremely cold. Very cold.
Yeah. So technically, it seems like November and February are our coldest months now. And then December, for some reason, we get a warm up. January can, near the end of it sucks. But when it does get cold, like you were up at Thanksgiving time. So what was that? The -30 for
Oh
that
yeah, it was
week?
freezing. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was freezing. We went to what's a like a bigger national park up there? Like if you it's like a couple hours I think north. What's the national park called? It's a pretty popular one.
There's,
I don't
um,
remember, but we went hiking and I almost killed us all because I took us on this one trail that was frozen over and there was like cliff sides. It was bad, and we were with the dogs. I felt so bad. I thought I was taking a shortcut, but whatever.
DF Digger, he just jumped in.
Hi, DF Digger.
Hi, DF.
He said, "Woot, Amanda." Oh, let's see here. Oh, hi, Bob. Bobby. I didn't know you were in here. Oh yeah, Arcadia. That's what it is. It was Arcadia.
All right.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You didn't go there at Thanksgiving time, did you?
Yes, it was
What are you
so cold.
thinking?
We hiked around one of the lakes there, and it was free. It was so cold, and it was actually nice weather, but it was just freezing.
I
So
can't. I can't even imagine. No.
I was also hoping to find a or see a moose, and I did not see a moose. So that was but I did love it up there. It's beautiful. Like the area is beautiful. Like Maine is just a beautiful state in general. So
Yeah. I
let's
have to say I enjoy it. I mean, there's a farm field right across the street from me. Basically, on my lunch breaks, I can go and head to the stream for a little while, or I can head to a couple different properties that are within 5 minutes and detect. And I'm
yeah,
really very, very fortunate to be where I am.
that's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
You're welcome, Treasure Trail. Thank you for the package and the nice letter. I hope you could read it. My handwriting is atrocious. Have you ever been to the desert of Maine?
I have. I have. I giggle every time I see the attraction sign for it.
I didn't know that was a thing. Where is that?
Yeah, it's the desert of Maine. Honestly, I'm not really quite sure. It's just like flat land and
It just
looks like a
doesn't get
desert.
precipitation.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't I don't
Wow. Have you ever seen a Sasquatch?
I'm currently
That's
dating one.
oh, so she can approve of that myth. It's not a myth anymore. Hmm, that's funny. Will Amanda try river detecting with DF Digger in Madison, Maine one day?
I hope to. It would be a lot of fun. Those guys seem really cool. I know I've talked to DF, a few times here and there, and
Yeah.
yeah, it would be great.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or if I could get them to come further down, come down south.
Yeah. Come on. Meet halfway.
Yeah,
Dirt Flicker said Sam Squanch. Yeah,
same
that's
squeak.
what is that show? I can't remember. But anyways, I may have missed it. But does Amanda have you found native artifacts?
So the only thing I had found was the trade silver. I think that can be considered native, but not. I have yet to find an arrowhead, which is a real bummer.
Yeah.
um, I have been told that I do have some beads that are native beads. So yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Oh, Trailer Park Boys. That's what it is. Let's see here. DF Digger did say I will come down. That's for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have to catch back up here soon.
All right. Well, Joe, you got anything else, Eric?
No, I'm good.
Okay, okay. We hit the 9 o'clock mark.
It's a wrap.
Amanda, yes, Amanda does do bottle digging.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yes, Mike.
The Copper Poppers do love
Good question. They love it. They're good at it too. When's your next live stream, Mike? Put it in for Drippy Lip. Droopy Lip? Drippy Lip. Drippy Lip.
Droopy Lip.
I don't know. It's been a long day. But let's see here. NC Mike said he was doing a live stream too. Joe said he was busy this weekend. Want to come down? You want to go to Pennsylvania?
That would be great, but I have
Yeah.
plans this weekend.
Wow, I might throw for that one, huh, buddy?
Bye, guys. Have a great night. April 30th, 7 p.m. is Mike's auction time, so make sure to be on his live stream on the Copper Popper. Anyways, before we hop off and before everyone leaves, tell us about your podcast that you do.
Oh, yeah. So on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Gypsy and I have a show on Spreaker.com called All Meta Mode. So you can go to Spreaker.com and search for All Metal Mode, or if you follow me on Facebook, I post all the links to it and everything. So Monday at 8, it runs for about an hour. We have guests, we talk treasure hunting. Gypsy gets out a lot, as do I. So we constantly have stories, and we have exciting guests like the Copperheads that were last night. So yeah, so definitely check us out on Monday nights, Spreaker.com.
Cool.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Amanda,
you.
thank you for having us on and then coming on to our show. We appreciate it. It's
Absolutely.
very last minute, so we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So. And Chester said great show.
Thank you.
Even after my whole debacle with food and drinking and everything. So thank you, Chester. I appreciate it. Good night to Dive in Attack and everybody else. Thanks for showing up. And Oakland Digger said great show. Oakland Digger, you're so nice. Thank you. So make sure every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, hop on and come chat with us. So next week is to Dive in Attack. Cool? All right. Awesome. Everyone, have a great night.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Bye. See you next week.